everyone, welcome back to my storybook chapter 2. So today we will be talking about understanding consumers. So as I mentioned last week that we'll be doing some fun activities to go along with me talking. So I thought what we would do today is painting. So I have my canvas and I have my paintbrushes and paint stuff. So as I talk, we're going to paint a picture. This is the picture I'll be painting. Let's get into it. So in class, we talked about segmentation, targeting, and positioning. So more specifically, when we talked about these things, we talked about how companies and businesses will use these different segmentations to target their product to, of course, specific consumers. So the 4 different segmentations that we focused on was demographic, geographic, psychographic, and behavioral. So the main key example that we discussed in class that helped us understand some of this was cars. Now, when we talked about cars, we talked about how they have a lot of psychographic effect on people when they're buying it, because a lot of people tend to think about the brand and the image and what the car can kind of represent of them. But I agree and disagree, but I like to think that depending on the car and depending who buys the car, they have a different segmentation kind of applies to them. So for example, if we looked at minivans, we've all seen minivans or owned a minivan, but we know that minivans are typically for families that have a lot of kids or soccer moms. They're stereotypically known for owning minivans because they need the extra space. So this would fall under more of a demographic, because like the demographic of soccer moms having a lot of kids, a lot of sports, needing the extra room, or their behavior of what they need the car for. Now, of course, companies like Mercedes or BMW or Porsche, where they're more high-end vehicles and they think more about brand image, they know to target their products as cool and classy because it'll attract those type of people that they want buying their cars. And they know those are the type of people that really care about brand image. So, of course, it all has to do with the product that you are advertising, how you want to promote it, and what your ideal target market is. Now, another thing that I like to think is psychographic is clothing brands, or more specifically, high-end brands. Now, even though their clothes might not be the best, not be the prettiest, not be the best quality, but they know that their consumers will buy their products just simply because it has the name Gucci on it. One really cool thing that I want to highlight that we talked about in class is there's this one slide and it says if you target everyone, you're actually targeting no one. Now, businesses are making the products, they're making them for an specific type of person that this product will be useful for. So it's a lot easier to actually then target that product to them instead of like a random stranger who has no interest in the product. Now, if we have an example, let's look around. What is something that we can talk about? Oh, a hairbrush. Everyone owns a hairbrush. There's nothing really special about a hairbrush. There's not a lot of segmentation that goes into it. It doesn't matter if you live in the cold or you're old or you're young or whatever. A hairbrush is a hairbrush and everyone will need it. Well, unless you're bald, then you can't really use a hairbrush. But nonetheless, hairbrushes are very important. Now, when I was younger, I remember seeing a infomercial about a specific type of hairbrush that they were trying to advertise and promote, and they were really going off of the whole oh, do you hate when your hair breaks? Do you hair fall out, or a hairbrush getting stuck in your hair? If you have long hair, thick hair, this product is great for you. So I remember seeing that, and it's they knew what they were doing because they took problems that women had about their hair and their hairbrush getting stuck, and they use that to their advantage, and they target that product so specifically because they knew women would love it. They would oh my god, I need this because my hair goes through this. And I honestly thought it was really smart because I'm gonna admit my 10-year-old self was watching those and wow, I need this product right now because my hair is getting stuck in my hairbrush. So I thought that was really cool. If you take such a simple product and you advertise it for a specific group of people or to solve a specific need, it'll really gain a lot more attention. Now that we've gotten older and we've actually taken courses that help us understand why companies do this. We can like look back and be like, wow, like this company did that then. And in the future too, when we see like future ads or we see future products, we can be like, wow, they're actually using this tactic or they're using this to gain our attention. So either A, we can, be more smart about some of the purchases that we may make, because we're like, oh, maybe this product isn't actually for me and they're just advertising it in a specific way. So it's very cool and interesting to see how our education and how we can apply what we learn in class to like our real lives. I can't wait to see what we learn next week, but just a preview, it's going to be about objectives and brand positioning. But before I go, a little reminder of the painting that we were trying to create, and what we created. Honestly, I think it turned out pretty cute. So that's all I have for this week. I hope you guys learned a lot about understanding consumers and everything that comes about segmentation and targeting a specific group of people. So I hope to see you guys next week. Bye guys.